What do you think happened, though? How did we get here? Books are going to be written on this. He didn't prepare for debates. He didn't seem to care about policy. But what he did do is he tapped into a very deep, strong well of grievance and anger.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming of that we used to be when we were young and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the rose left.
I'm going with Donald Trump, my nigga. Hillary Clinton is just gonna be a regular ass president like everybody else was, and they're not gonna do nothing. Donald Trump actually got like 10 plans that he wanna do. All these other candidates just saying a whole bunch of shit that they wanna do. That's not gonna happen. But my boy Donald Trump gonna build that wall.
More jobs, less quesadillas.
Exactly.
Wow.
More jobs, less Taco Bells being made.
That Taco Bell.
I don't like Taco Bell.
You mean he's thinking that
people been waiting so long?
No,
to hear this.
No. Think that's
No.
It's the truth.
That's what people.
Not everything. Not everything. Not the whole. I need to build a wall.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's funny.
Yeah.
Nigga, I wasn't born here. What the fuck? So I gotta go.
What if Beans gotta go? That's nigga's manager.
Yo.
What if Beans gotta go? What if he say everybody gotta go?
Yo.
Because that could change.
Nigga gotta
That
go.
could change
Yo, you gotta
instantly.
go. You gotta go.
Look, everything changes.
Well, look,
now.
my family. Alright, cool. That's cool. My family not from here, but guess
Everything-
what?
Look, everything
I was
changes
born
now.
here.
Look,
You good.
where my grandfather
Good,
from?
but my family going.
Where's my grandfather from? Puerto Rico. Everybody gotta go.
Everybody gotta go.
You gonna get rid of all of them.
Niggas like us too.
Niggas like you not gonna build that fucking building
I'm not.
overnight like they would've, bro.
I'm
So you know what
That's
happens
not
now? The economy goes down.
Yo.
Yo, I can do want to do this. This is science
Yo.
and math. This is it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You're not. They work hard. They
I
work
understand.
hard,
I'm
bro.
not
They work
taking
hard
it.
You
for
see
their
how
money.
quick they came in?
They
and
work
built it?
hard.
all I'm saying is that I
Hey.
respect what he's saying because it makes sense, bro. That's all I'm saying. Hillary Clinton, my nigga, if she wins, it's over, bro.
A lot of these young guys tell me that they were kind of wary of what the police were up to. You know, they thought that they were essentially just being targeted by the police instead of being offered a helping hand. So,
Me and Freddie Gray, we have mutual friends. We know some of the same people. I grew up not that far from Gilmore Homes. I'm from West Baltimore, so it really hit home. I knew that the protest was going to break out, you know, because if you watch The Wire, you can kind of get the concept of how strong our people are, how resilient we are. So I just went out and documented. I think as a black artist in these times, definitely I had to reflect what's around me and reflect, you know, what's going on. Places like Baltimore, places like Chicago, we're living in third world countries. You got people here that's on survival mode 24/7. I have to find something to eat. I gotta find my kids. I gotta take care of my little brother. I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta survive. So it's like when you start getting into the elections and stuff like that, the average person is not thinking about voting that high. The fact that his fan base, his core fan base, are racist to that extent to hurt people, is fucking sad. So at the end of the day, I will vote for whoever. I don't care, but to keep him out, I would vote for whoever. Oh yeah, this is a Baltimore culture, by the way. Everybody, we ride dirt bikes through the streets. You check the film out, 12 O'Clock Boys. Like that's this culture, they ride dirt bikes and stuff like that. So it's definitely real. I gotta snag a picture of this.
Trump did modify his earlier call for a ban on Muslim immigration, but as NPR's Tom Jelton reports, some Muslim Americans are fearful of what his presidency may bring.
Right now, Donald Trump has shown where the real divide is. Millions of people are supporting him because they feel they never had a voice before. They never had a voice because they felt that Latinos were taking their job. They never had a voice because they felt that African Americans were dangerous. They have a voice that they feel that Muslims should not be allowed in this country. And we never listened to them before.
Shame on Donald Trump,
Yes,
you know?
shame.
Shame on Donald Trump because he tried to jeopardize the largest democracy in this country because Everybody follow American democracy. World is watching. Hillary has tremendous experience. Nobody can beat her experience. She was the first lady. She was the Secretary of State, the senators. She traveled over 190 countries. Who has more experience foreign policy about the Hillary? Tell me, brother and sister. Young kids, you tweet, put on the Facebook, Instagram, because this is the media. You let your friends, young kids know, go to vote.
Every single Muslim community, from California to New York, from North Dakota to Florida to Texas, and we want to tell that Muslim American community will vote for Hillary Clinton.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna leave here. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go and walk away like every day I said I would.
The only thing I'm afraid about is what's always been happening. They do come over here, they get free health care, free this, free that, you know, and that's not always, that's not a good thing. I mean, we have so much national debt. How are we going to afford to pay for all this?
If you want change, if you want prosperity, you have to go with Trump. If you want things to stay where they are, then vote for Hillary. Because number one, he's a business guy. He's a businessman. Who's gonna make business better than a businessman? He helped me think that, you know what I feel I need to say. This is the land of freedom. This is the land of liberty. You can say what you feel. I want change. And change is hope. And hope is Trump.
Okay. That's reasonable.
This is homemade.
Oh, yeah.
Apple strudel with walnuts. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, just have to
Yeah. Come on.
South America has female leaders. Even Africa has some female leaders of state. And yet we can't get one in the U.S. It's time. It's time that the women are considered just as capable as men. Texas is not a blue state. Texas is a non-voting state. The majority of people do not vote. And yet this election, you're having all kinds of people come out. That's when it'll make a difference. That's when things will change.
The reality is most Americans don't like either candidate, and they're voting the lesser evil, and most people are holding their nose and voting, but like neither one.
The American people doesn't even know how many people we're dropping bombs on currently at this moment, right? I watched a video and we're dropping bombs on like 7 different countries, and Congress hasn't approved any of it. Then you got Trump arguing that he paid for his whole campaign, and that's a huge deal.
Trump's what's wrong with society, Hillary's what's wrong with government. Government corruption versus social corruption.
Yeah, government corruption versus individualism.
I mean, it's kind of this scenario when you're playing a big joke on your friends and it goes too far that you're like, wait, we should stop now, but it's not. You can't stop it. It's gone way too far for it to be able to be stopped.
They're going to come in regardless. Why? Because they have a better life here than they do in their own country. If our country helps their country get their things in order, maybe they'll stay.
No, I want them out of here.
Okay.
If Trump wins, what that means, like the bigger story than just Trump won, to me anyways, will be that everything we thought we knew about forecasting elections and taking the pulse of a nation's politics and beliefs and like how they were trending is just dead wrong. It's going to be Brexit, you know? I mean, he said that the other day, like it's going to be Brexit plus was his phrase. And that's pretty much true. If that happens, like it's going to just be like, well, you know, back to the drawing board. Like nobody who's a pollster or a reporter or a member of the media had any idea what we were talking about, essentially.
As voters go to the polls to choose a new president, NPR's Giles Snyder reports they're being asked to decide issues ranging from legalizing marijuana to the death penalty.
Trump is crazy. He doesn't know what he wants. One day he says one thing, the other day he says something else, and then he insults people, and we don't like that.
I think it was a great media ploy. What Mr. Trump does is great with the media. We are going to invite Mr. Trump to come help America grow. Hopefully Mrs. Clinton will appoint him as economic ambassador to the world. We don't know. We'll create something for him. I know she will. She'll include him too. Watch when they first hug. You have to get that picture.
He's not a foreign policy guy. He can find the guys that are smart enough to help him with the foreign policy.
He's not a Manchurian candidate. Okay, he's not a robot. And that's why I think he is so valuable, because he speaks from his heart.
He is the one candidate who has actually spoken for the people. For many years, we have had people talking about, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and they never do it because they're politicians.
We need a huge draining of a swamp in Washington. If Hillary, God forbid, is president tomorrow morning, it will not only be status quo, it'll be status quo squared.
Some of the big states that are really important, it's still too close to call, like Pennsylvania and Florida. So we're just waiting. We're just nervously, anxiously, excitedly just waiting for the results to come in. He's come out and said that, Mexican immigrants are rapists and murderers. I'm the child of Mexican immigrants. I know that's not true.
I think we have, 2,000 or 3,000 illegal immigrants that are criminals in the United States, that are raping women, killing people, murdering, drunk driving, killing people with DWIs. They need to go home.
I cannot find a job fairly easily because people here do tend to pay people that come over from Mexico that do charge cheaper than minimum wage.
If you don't have a border, you don't have a country.
Trump just took Ohio. As far as I'm aware, no presidential candidate has ever become president without winning Ohio, and he just won Ohio.
Look, Trump is gonna fucking win.
I love America.
All right, let's go, guys.
Well, you don't want that fucking liar, that fucking whore liar who cheated on her emails. You want her for president?
Trump's Twitter bio now reads President-elect of the United States of America. After winning, he tweeted, "We will all come together as never before."
Last night, I congratulated Donald Trump and offered to work with him on behalf of our country. This is painful, and it will be for a long time. I am so grateful to have had this chance to represent all of you in this consequential election. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Washington, D.C., United States of America. This is our Veterans Day, November 11th, 2016. My name is Scott Mays, and I'll be your reporter from Washington, D.C. America chose Donald J. Trump right now, immediately after the election. We have a very young group, mostly, not only, but mostly, and we believe that they're being stirred up by certain parties that are very unethical parties. And we do have a lot of young people that have so-called fainted and cried and screamed and carried on because they didn't think that Hillary could lose. Well, wake up. This is the reality of life, and this is the reality of the way and the success of the United States of America, that we do have elections, and somebody wins, and it's not always the person that you may have liked.
I'm absolutely shocked. I think that this is a scenario that I don't think
think anyone that I've spoken to in the past several weeks has seriously contemplated. And I'm blown away.
It's been interesting. Clearly people are very angry about this. To listen to the way he speaks about Muslims, about putting up a wall for Mexico to divide, is absolutely crazy because this entire country is built on immigrants. You know, this is not reality TV. We're not on The Apprentice. And it's not okay to hold yourself that way as the United States of America president.
I will never forget it. I'm telling you, I thought I was going to pass out when it said Clinton has conceded. And then they said, please welcome Donald Trump, your 45th president of the United States. And I'm telling you, I am not. I thought I was going to fall off my chair, really, because we have made so many progressive changes. To actually take steps back, it is, and this is so different than like Bush being in power. That was a difference of two parties. This is different. This is different.
I still think politics is a pile of shit.
This country is not at war with Islam.
You're voting to minimize your damages.
We all trying to pay our rent.
Let's stick with reality. Let's go with what's real.
Everybody wanted Bernie.
They just need to put a colorful wig on him, a red nose, and a sign that say, I'm a fucking clown.
You know, I'm not a big global warming guy.
You want to come to this country? Be legal.
I'm not afraid.
Whose bright stars and bright stars?
Now we will be eating salsa instead of ketchup.
She was not supposed to have a private server.
I think the presidential election is going to affect our entire country, and it's going to affect the world. So.
We're not racist.
She is the worst possible candidate ever in American history.
What we thought would never happen actually happened.
And the home of
If I'm going to be interviewed, can I take some selfies?
Of course.